Hi everyone, this is my extended pitch for the Paper Mill Lounge and Theater. The vision of the Paper Mill Lounge and Theater is to bring the feel of a New Orleans social club to Sylva, North Carolina. They blend handcrafted cocktails and an exciting French theater to highlight the best of our region. Top-notch service helps finish out this well-executed plan. All right, so let's talk about the problem. The Paper Mill Lounge was created to solve a specific problem in Jackson County. The area is full of bars that cater to college-age kids because of the proximity of Western, and many of the other local bars are just a little rough around the edges. There are many who are interested in also shedding the current trend of a brewery and are looking to find a wonderful place to have a more upscale experience. Where can a person go that they will feel comfortable, safe, and welcome if they don't fit into some of the standard demographics of the area? The Paper Mill Lounge wants to fill the niche for those who are looking for an inclusive, upscale environment to have fun with other like-minded people. Okay, so what's our remedy? Well, we strive to provide our customers with a safe haven to be themselves. So how are we actively remedying this problem for the local consumer? We're focusing on providing a comfortable, clean, and inviting environment inclusive to all. We offer a safe, fun place to unwind, have a blast, and be yourself. We have considered every detail of the lounge's environment in order to fully service the needs of our ideal customers. Our bartenders and staff are there to provide the best and most consistent service in the area. Our handcrafted cocktails are unique and made of top quality ingredients, and we provide a safe, harassment-free experience for our customers, and our venue is clean and designed for comfort. We strive to provide our customers with a safe haven to be themselves. So here's some examples of really what's already been done to create that atmosphere for our customers. As you can see, we always have, a beautiful, clean environment. There's often fresh cut flowers, candles lit, just a beautiful inviting environment. You can see in the bottom right in front of the theater screen, there's also the theaters back behind that. There are comfortable sitting chairs for around that area. A lot of older women aren't really interested in sitting on bar stools, and they really enjoy that more of a lounge feeling that they can get. And I will just add this, having been here, it has one of the cleanest bathrooms I've ever been into in a public place, and that is a huge draw for women, especially of my age. Another really important factor is the safety. We actually have a no tolerance harassment policy there. So the bartenders have been trained that if they see someone who is overtly drunk and making people uncomfortable, they're going to be removed. We also offer to walk women who are by themselves to their cars at the end of each night. It's just very important that a woman feel like she could go to this, our lounge by herself and really enjoy herself. So we've kind of figured out our ideal customer, looks as follows: age 39 to 59, female, professional, really single or divorced. Family stage is usually with older children or no children. She's making 35,000 plus a year, and she would have some college or higher. So I'd like to look into the demographics a little bit. Women are, make up a large portion of course, our world. And then if you really look at who are actively going out and who have the money to really go out, because that makes a big difference. There's a lot of college students who are old enough to go out, but they don't really have the money to spend to go to a slightly more upscale restaurant. So we think focusing on this age group is going to give us women who might feel excluded from other bars, and if they can find a place that they really feel comfortable and love, then they're going to come consistently to our bar. So Sylva has become quite a popular town to visit. I believe if we cast a net to all the surrounding counties, they're within drivable distance, there'd be a large pool of ideal customers to potentially reach. The counties I factored into my data include Transylvania, Macon, and Haywood and Jackson. So let's see, I began to look at the idea of focusing on women as our ideal customer. The percent of women in the counties mentioned was slightly tipped in their favor. The average percent of women for the 4 counties was 51.4. So a focus on women would not be a bad idea. We also set our income level at $35,000 plus per year, and the average income for the 4 counties came to $41,721. So this would allow us to include a larger number of consumers to our customer base. So these women are willing to spend a little more for what the paper mill has to offer. And we have a really small venue. We have a cap of 40 people at a time. So it's really not going to be that complicated to get enough women to come to our bar. So who's our competition? Well, there is no doubt that there are many, many bars, clubs, and breweries in the surrounding area. What we've decided to do is set ourselves apart from everyone. As I said before, we're a small venue, and thus we only need to attract and keep a fraction of the patrons the larger clubs in our area must attract. We can focus on creating a very specific environment in our bar. Many of the women I interviewed earlier had said that they felt invisible at local bars. When a woman hits middle age, she's looking for very different things in a night out. There are more upscale options as well in the area, but they sort of lack the fun and engagement of the paper mill. Women in this age group are excited to feel like a place is being developed with them specifically in mind. The other competition comes from simply not going out. She can get a bottle of wine and stay at home and watch Netflix. I mean, this is definitely a cheaper option without a doubt. However, it doesn't include the social benefits of going to the lounge. You also have the opportunity to try exciting new drinks and enjoy live performances from the area. So who are we at the paper mill? Well, the paper mill is owned and operated by Craig Day. He truly is an amazing well of knowledge when it comes to marketing and small business building. Craig graduated from Western himself years ago and chose to stay in the area. He worked for Harrah's Casino for over 10 years in marketing and event planning. He owns the Paper Mill Lounge and Theater in Silva, and he has taken what started as a dream to have his own local theater and made it a reality with the lounge. He knows how difficult it can be for someone who doesn't fit the local mold to find a place to go and feel comfortable. That's why he works so hard to make the paper mill a safe, fun place for all. These are a few of the bartenders and barbacks for the lounge in the picture as well. Craig trains each employee to the highest degree in order to maintain consistency. He also makes sure they all understand his policies for safety and harassment regarding the customers. I'm Beth Pratt, and I'm a friend of Craig's, and I've been helping him with the business part of his lounge on and off for the last year. I've had my own experiences with owning a business for 12 years, and have been able to help him with some of the paperwork and processes involved in running your own business that he really wasn't aware of. So here's a little breakdown of the ongoing expenses. As you can see, it's not a crazy amount that we're going to have to come up with monthly, or have had to come up with monthly. In fact, thus far, we've always made money beyond what we need to pay our bills each month. Of course, everything with entertainment varies based on the season, the weather. There's just a million variables. However, consistently, weeknights and weekend nights weeknights have gotten better and better. Weekend nights have consistently stayed good, no matter what time of year. The only thing that's really slowed it down is, say, snow or something like that. But if you add together what he makes on the weekends, for the month, it's generally enough to cover the expenses. So you figure you have nearly 5 days a week past that you're able to generate income, plus the events. Of course, the events cost too, but he sees a huge bump in how long people are staying and how much they're buying to drink during those events. This is a little breakdown of the revenue generators. He has a lot of specialty drinks. He also offers a lot of, he tries to kind of give a good variety of each liquor, and wines as well, and beers. He tries to differentiate himself from, say, the local breweries. He doesn't really offer any of that. He tries to go for lighter beers, um, partially because he's dealing with women, and women tend to like the lighter beers, but also because, why try and compete against people who are actually brewing their own beers? It seems silly. So he's really trying to set himself apart, including with his specialty mixed drinks, because he makes his own syrups, and he makes sure his garnishes are on point, and he just kind of has stepped the whole game up when it comes to cocktails in the area. Um, Currently, they're doing an hors d'oeuvre type menu there. That's been going really well. But the idea is in the future to grow that further and start offering even more food, heavier food. So maybe you're keeping a person there for an entire meal. So milestones. Well, so far he's accomplished quite a bit. He's been open a year. When he originally took over the place, there wasn't a stage. He put a stage in, which has been a huge thing for the venue, because honestly, it was just a small little box of a room prior to the stage going in. That sort of changed the entire feel of the room and versatility of the room. He updated the interiors to match his branding, which of course his branding is upscale, clean, fun, just decorative, has a lot of beautiful art and colors. He added the appetizer menu as well in the last few months. So going forward, what are the things we're trying to do? We're trying to add a full menu. He'd like to start doing full stage productions. And he'd like to grow the private party sector. That went really well this year with Christmas parties, bachelorette parties, that type of thing. But he sees a real huge future and potential in that as well. So here's my little things I've come up with for marketing. Our mission is we strive to provide our customers with a safe haven to be themselves. The tagline I've come up with is, we made this for you. And here's just a little example of some marketing that I came up with. I think it's important to really try to engage the women and let them know that this is a place for you, and you'll feel comfortable there. And of course, having a little ladies' night never hurts, where we'll have specific drinks specially made for them. We also have a spa night, which is really cool. That's also geared specifically towards women and drawing them in. So our marketing overall, look, we're gonna market towards women, but the beauty is, if the women come, the men will come. So we're trying to draw a specific group of women in there, but it's not like we're trying to alienate other people. If a woman wants to go there on a date, her boyfriend's going to take her there, and he's going to go. If a man is looking for a certain type of woman who's successful and doing things in their life, this is a much better place to go to meet that woman. So I don't feel like it's short-sighted to market specifically to women. Okay, thank you for listening, and I hope everybody will give Paper Mill Lounge a try. Thank you very much.